Hello, wherever this is Jaden's videos, and this is Nightmare House 2021, the Mortem Manor Haunt Build Day 8. Starting a lot earlier today. Today is October 20th. We are in the home stretch here for Halloween. Starting a lot earlier with the builds today because of that. And I'm planning to get a lot of stuff done today. So we'll see what happens, but it's around 1-ish p.m., so we'll see what happens. That's a lot of time to get stuff done, which is great. So, like I said, we'll see what happens. Now, I do want to mention one thing before I get into the build, and that is that we are expecting a cold front, hopefully, on Halloween, which is awesome. However, that means there's going to be rain beforehand, possibly. There's not always rain, but they are predicting some rain. They're also predicting some rain this weekend, but they don't know for sure. It's not a big percentage, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But they are predicting rain right before Halloween for that cold front, not on Halloween, luckily, and not on the day before Halloween either, luckily. It's going to be the 29th is when they're predicting rain. Now, unfortunately, that was going to be opening night for the haunt. So, depending on what the weather does, I might not be able to open on the 29th and instead open on the 30th, which isn't too big of a deal because I was actually kind of considering doing that anyways, just so I have some extra time to perfect everything and, you know, stuff like that. I've only ever done the haunt on Halloween itself, so doing it the 30th and 31st is still doing it more than I have in previous years, as well as the few days after Halloween. I still keep it up for other people. So, you know, it's still a good run, for sure. So it's not too big of an inconvenience, but I just wanted to let you guys know, just so you know what's going on here. I don't know if it's going to bring rain. I don't know even if it does. I don't know when it's going to be during the day. I could still open the 29th, but I'm also kind of just contemplating if I will or not anyways, and just wait until the day before Halloween and Halloween itself, just so I can get the haunt completely how I want it. That extra 29th probably was only going to bring like 5 more guests anyways, so it's not really a big deal. I think the big nights are obviously going to be Halloween itself is the biggest night, and the 30th I think should be pretty busy as well since it's the day before. But the 29th was more so just a rehearsal night, just to see how things are doing, see how people react to stuff. So if I don't get to do that, it's whatever. It's not really a big deal, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Also, one quick little tangent I want to go on here just because it's awesome, but we still have cool weather. Like, it's crazy. We still have some cool weather from that cold front that was on Sunday, which usually it doesn't last that long, but no warmer air has come up to push it through, so it's still here, so that's great. Unfortunately, that one's going to subside, but luckily they're hoping to have more cool weather come on Halloween. But that's besides the point. Right now, this is what I'm going to start with. Before actually building anything, this is something for the haunt, don't worry. But before actually building anything today, I want to open this on camera. Obviously, I'm not going to make a whole unboxing video of this because this is going in this haunt video, and I'm not going to set up my tripod or anything for this because it's just going to be a very quick little unboxing here, just for the haunt. This is stuff I got from Froggy's Fog. So obviously, this is going to be my fog sense. These are going to be my, as well as my fog juice, which the fog juice is great and all to have, but that's not really something I'm going to go too in depth with in this video, just simply because it's just fog juice. You get the deal. Swamp juice, there we go. There it is. Best fog fluid in my opinion. Glad I got some of that. I think they raised the price on it, but they might not have. I might have just thought it was cheaper, but it's $30. I thought it was $20, but maybe it was on sale, or maybe I just thought it was cheaper. I'm not sure. But I'd still say it's worth $30 because it's definitely the best fog fluid there is. Now, what I'm excited about here are these, which are inside my fog sense, because I'm really eager to see what they smell like. Because you obviously don't really know exactly what they smell like when you buy them unless you've gotten the kind before, and I haven't gotten these two before. So, these ones are the ones that I'm going to use this year. Last year I used mildew and hospital for the laboratory. This year, since it's a mansion, I had to get some new ones. This is haunted house and this is gothic. So I've watched some reviews. People have said that this one just smells like an old mansion. Like, it smells like antiques and wood and dust and cobwebs, and I'm all for that. That's perfect. It literally is going to smell like Disney's Haunted Mansion. Awesome. Because I think I've smelled this one in haunts before, unless it wasn't this exact one, but I'm pretty sure I've smelled this one in other haunts. And it smells just like Disney's Haunted Mansion, which is great. This one's the one I'm most curious about, because this one's just called Gothic. So that's not very descriptive. Gothic. First thing I would think of would be like a Gothic cathedral. Like it would smell like, I don't know, like a kind of masonry smell. But I watched videos, and they said that it smelled like this. They said this one smelled like old stuff too, like old antiques and stuff. So I'm sure they'll have a different scent, or else they'd be the same scent. So that's interesting to see how they're going to be different when they both have very similar scents. I'm not going to put these in the fog machines until opening night because I don't want to waste them. But, because I still need to test fog and stuff, so I want to use my fog for last year for tests. But I'm going to smell them right now, see what they smell like. Haunted house first. Took a little bit, but it does smell like an old house. However, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what the scents smell like when they're just in the bottle. And I just remembered that because you can smell like an overwhelming scent smell, if that makes sense. And then when they're actually in the machine, you can smell them a lot better because it only pumps out little bits at a time. But that definitely, it has the Froggy's Fog scent to it. But it definitely smells like a haunted house, and I feel like when it's in the fog machine, it'll smell even more like it. This is the one I'm most eager to find out what it smells like. Okay, I'm digging this. That is awesome. Okay, so I don't even know how to describe it, but I can say it doesn't smell like. It does not smell like old wood or a mansion itself, like I thought it would. This one does, faintly. This one's not as strong as the Gothic for some reason. Maybe it just hasn't kicked into me yet. Okay, I'm starting to get more of it now. Oh yeah. It smells a lot like wood, which is perfect. This is actually going to go in the interior mansion scene. This Gothic one. I'm digging this one. I'm surprised, but this one's actually my favorite one. I am liking this Gothic one a lot. What it smells like, it's so hard to describe. Let me try it again. It's so hard to describe this. Oh geez, I don't know how to describe it, but if you smell it, you have pictures directly in your mind of what it smells like. But it's so hard to describe it because it's just, that's probably why it's called Gothic, because they don't know another way to describe that. That's just what you picture. It smells like, it does smell like old stuff, but it doesn't smell like old wood in an old mansion like this one does. It kind of smells like, this one smells more like an old rundown house, whereas this one smells more like an antique store. Or really it smells kind of like old perfume from a long time ago. Like perfume that you usually don't smell anymore. Perfume that you would kind of smell permeating a place that has a lot of old stuff. Both of them smell on par with how I want the haunt to smell this year, but dang, I'm heavily surprised by Gothic. This one's got to be my favorite. I'm heavily surprised by this. This is, dang, that one is perfect. It brings so many memories of just a creepy old antique store and like old dolls and mannequins. That's exactly what it reminds me of, and I'm here for it. I love it. So the Gothic is my favorite. That definitely surprises me a lot. Quick update on what I've gotten done so far. Painted the back side of this mausoleum facade wall gray. So now we got two sides there. I just need to do the black on it to make it look dirtied up. I repainted some brown on that because that was coming off. Painted the brown on this one because, like I said, I'm gonna need an extra wall than I thought I would. And this is actually the Inferno Pumpkin Skeletons box, and I painted it gray because this is going to be the pedestal which Victor Mortem's corpse lies on in the coffin in the mausoleum. And painting it gray makes it look like stone, so that's perfect. I'm not done detailing it. I'm going to add black to it like I do with those walls, like a splattered black, to make it look nice and aged. But first I need to paint this, because what this is going to do, this piece of foam board, is going to go on top here to make that bigger. And so that's the base of the pedestal, and that's the actual pedestal that the coffin's going to go on, is this. So I'm going to get to that, and should be fun to get that all done and be able to put the coffin on it. So I got that painted, and though it's not amazing, it works. And in the dark, I think it'll look just fine, especially when I get the black on there. And I mean, the coffin's going to be covering up a lot of it too, so there's that. But I really like how this side looks, how the foam is like cut, because it makes it look like aged stone. So now, while I have the gray in there, I'm going to paint two more. Well, I got to paint this, the gray on this wall, and then I'm going to paint two more of these wooden ones, but not front and back. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. They're either going to go at the mausoleum facade, or they're going to go at the, or they're going to be used for the crypt. I don't know yet, because both of those are going to have the same. They're just going to be wood painted gray. So, not sure which I'll use those for. But I'm leaning towards mausoleum right now, just so I can basically get almost the entire mausoleum done today, since I'm already working on that quite a bit. I'm leaning towards using them for the mausoleum and then just getting more wood for that, and that's probably what I'm gonna do, just so I can get the mausoleum completed. Alright, so as you can see, I painted a lot of stuff. The yard is full of it, and the only things I have left to paint for the haunt are the mansion facade, maybe one side of that, but I don't even know if I'm going to do that because I don't know if it's needed yet. See how it turns out without it. And the tombstones, which all of that won't take long at all. I'm basically done with painting, which makes me really happy, because that's a big thing that takes a while with the haunt. So I'm definitely on track for Halloween in just 11 days. But as you can see, painted these. I actually decided to not use the wood for those. I decided to use foam board for the mausoleum facade because it kind of just holds in place between the ground and the awning there. So it kind of works perfectly. They do bend a little bit, but it's not too noticeable. I might try to fix it, but if it's not too bad, then it doesn't really matter, because in the dark it probably won't be noticed. But as you can see, I added the little weathered effect, which is one of the most simple things I've ever done in haunting, and it's literally just mixing water with black paint in the spray gun and spraying it on, and it takes 5 seconds because it comes out really fast with the water. So it's just like go over it twice and it's done, literally that fast. This foam board I use already had a crack in it, which I really think adds to it, so I like that a lot. And then these are wood. These ones are for the crypt, so these are wood, and then that one's wood. I think this one's the one to the mausoleum facade that I hadn't finished painting. Yeah, it is. So I finished painting that side of that. Here's another one for the mausoleum. And then obviously the pedestal here. So that, I really like how this turned out with the paint. Obviously those holes are kind of annoying, but just have to deal with that. I'm liking that though. It actually looks like stone. So I really like that. Like the black speckles really do make it look like stone. It looks way better than when it was just a solid gray. All of these look way better than when they were just a solid gray. So that's cool. I like how that one's dripping a bit too. This is the top of the pedestal, which I might add some more speckles to, because I kind of ran out and you can't even hardly notice them. But I also might not, because it's kind of fine without them. But I probably will, because I need to add a little bit, I need to spray a little bit of black on this wall over here, because this is one from last year. Obviously this was the razor tail wall, which I didn't want to have to paint over because I like it so much, and I just wanted to keep it just because I love it. But unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to paint it over, because I don't want to have to carve walls when I already have a carved wall from last year. So I'm gonna have to paint over the red there, which is a little bit upsetting, because I love that. I love the razor tail Let's Play, and I love the blood splatters, but It's a way to conserve time and money. So, goodbye to the razor tail wall, unfortunately. It's sad. But that's the last thing I'm going to paint today. Now, for the rest of the inside of the mausoleum, I'm not going to know what to do. I don't know what to do for the walls, because I have this. I have this one that's just like stone painted on, but it's not carved, so I feel like it won't look good with the ones that are actually carved. But I might just use it, or I might, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But for now, I'm going to use that one because it's the simplest and cheapest way. Goodbye, razor tail wall. I completely forgot to mention that I finished the final mansion wall, so that's great. The interior mansion wall. Got that painted. There's still a little bit of red showing, but not a big deal. And I started putting these up. There's one on that side, and then there's two over here. I have a dilemma. I need more than I thought, but I don't have another foam board, and I don't want to buy another foam board when I could probably solve this another way. So my dilemma is putting, well, I probably want to put a curtain here anyways for easy access to this area. But I don't know where I want to put the curtain. I don't know if I want it in the middle or if I want it off to the side. I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out. So these likely won't stay like this, because I don't know where I'm going to put the curtain yet. But, I mean, that kind of works out that I didn't have enough, because I do need a curtain there to get back behind this section of the mausoleum. I decided to have those there and have the curtain here, so there's not a split in the middle between them. I feel like it'll look more natural. Also, the curtain will likely not be noticed here because people will be looking at this. But also, it is the most clear path back there behind the mausoleum walls, so I think that'll work best. Now, my other reason is, though I said I'm not doing actors this year, I might do one. Because, I mean, I just want to do one at least. And I feel like this would be a good pop-out spot for actors right here. As people are walking up to the mausoleum, if there's a curtain there, that's a great spot. Or just a jump scare prop to come out of. I mean, I don't know. I'll figure something out, but I feel like that might be a good opportunity for a good scare right there. Okay, so I'm actually really happy with today's haunt progress. I got quite a lot of stuff done, and I'm happy with it. This is actually, what I'm about to show is the most recent thing I did. However, I'm starting with it because I'm going to work my way back. But I put up that wall there. That's it. I put up that's what I'm showing you. I put up this wall, which is good. I'm done with the interior walls, other than putting up the ones that go up on opening night that are going to go there and can't go there until then, but they take like 2 seconds to put up. It's not a big deal. But because I put this wall up, I was able to move the light a bit further back, and so it's not as bright on him, which I like it better, more dim. Because I already had it at the dimmest, but it was still a little bit brighter on him than I wanted it to be because it was so close to him. So now that it's further back, I think it looks better. I like how that looks. I'm going to move up here to show these real quick. These candles that my grandma brought over for those candle holder things that I needed taper, taper, whatever they're called candles for. Yep, just a light up flickering candle. I like the ones with the moving wick, but they cost so much when I could just get these ones for free. So I might still get a moving wick one. Well, I kind of need another candle for this candle holder up here. I might get a moving wick one for that or not. I don't know, because they cost a lot. I do want to get another moving wick one for that though. Anyways, we're moving flame, not moving wick. What am I saying? I'm gonna move to the back, and I know you can't see anything right now because I don't really care to show anything right here right now. I'm gonna show you the mausoleum because it's close to being done, which is awesome. I mean, I already showed those walls and stuff. Let me get the flashlight out just for this, and then I'll show the other parts in the dark. I got that other facade wall up. Not sure if I'm gonna paint these or not, because in the dark it probably won't be very noticeable, but I might. But I got that one up, and I attempted to add the roof to it, but I don't have a long enough piece of wood for that right now. I tried to put two pieces together. I tried to put that piece together and this piece together, and it just didn't look right. So I don't have a long enough piece of wood to stretch across there yet, so that's why that's not there, but I attempted it. Now we're going to move into the actual interior of the mausoleum and show you it so far, which it's almost done. Literally, all I need to do with the mausoleum as a whole is put that roof on and then get that curtain there, and then I need to get that wall up because it wasn't secured too well, so I kind of just let it fall because I'm going to secure it better. And then I need to get a curtain up right there. So that's about it with the mausoleum. Then I'm done with it, but I'm almost done with the mausoleum. I told you it wouldn't take long. But I'll show you this with my flashlight in a second so you can see it better. But I don't know if I'm keeping the flame light. Now, the flame light looks cool, but I want more ambient lighting. I just feel like the flickering is kind of distracting. To have that be the primary light source in the scene, it just doesn't look right. As cool as it looks, I don't think flame light should be the primary light source, and so I might try an ambient light for it. And one of the lights that I use in other rooms, a purple or a blue or maybe an orange, I don't know. The flame light's cool, but I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. I think it really depends on what it looks like when I get the rest of these walls up in here. But for the time being, I'm sticking with it. I have these urns here, which I don't know if I'm going to keep those orange plants in them yet. I might change them out for dead plants, but they look pretty cool with these. There you go. And then I have the pedestal, or whatever it's called, here, which I really like how that turned out. I mean, in the dark, you really cannot tell that it's cardboard and foam. When you shine a light on it, you kind of can, but in the dark, you can't. So, it actually looks like a pedestal. And here, the coffin of Victor Mortem. Here's the coffin, and there he is. I might add another rose or something in there, but I do have a rose on top of him. Hold on. Okay. This is a creepy scene. I like it, because this is the only thing in the scene, and it's just supposed to be very unsettling. But it's very gothic, for sure. I mean, this whole haunt is very gothic, but I feel like this might be one of the most gothic, dreary scenes in the haunt. But really, really like how he looks in there. And I do, what I have for this lighting in here are two tiny black lights my dad brought from Walmart yesterday. I didn't even know those existed. Well, I knew they were making tiny black lights at like Halloween City and stuff, but these ones are like super powerful tiny ones. I don't know how much they costed, but they're at Walmart, so you can go check. But I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them at first, but I decided, you know what, it would be really cool to have just some ambient lighting inside the coffin shining on the corpse. I want to do that, and I'm happy I did, because I think that looks pretty cool. I like that a lot. Obviously on camera it looks more blue, really deep purple in person, because it's a black light, so just know what a black light looks like. This corpse is not blacklight reactive, but they're such strong black lights that they shine a purple glow onto him anyways, which is what I wanted. I don't want him to literally be glowing like blacklight reactive. That's not the vibe I want. I really just wanted an ambient, deep purple, and these lights delivered on that. So they're literally just stuck onto the sides of the coffin in here, and I have a cord running out the back, and it runs through the walls here, and it's not even visible, which is great. I was afraid the cord would be very visible because you have to run it through the coffin, but it's not, because I have it hidden under the body, so it's literally not even visible, so that's great. But yeah, I really, really like how that looks. And this scene is actually coming together better than I thought it would, because earlier today when I was doing the work on this scene and I was getting all the walls put up and stuff, I was like, this isn't gonna look good, because for one, I have a missing spot where I need a curtain there, which isn't a big deal, honestly, because I needed a curtain for easy access anyways. But I was like, this is not gonna be a good looking scene, because these walls are all mismatched because they're from different parts of the laboratory last year. They weren't all next to each other like this, and so some of them look really different from the other. But in the dark, you definitely can't tell with the darkness of the camera, but in the dark you can't tell at all. They just look like stone walls, and it works perfectly for what I needed, so it's really not a big deal. And I am happy with how this scene is turning out. It's turning out way better than I expected, and I think it has a lot to do with this, and I'm happy with it. It's just a very eerie scene, just walking into it, having the flickering, which like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep the flickering. I'll test some new lights out in there. but it's just super eerie with seeing the casket, and then as guests walk closer, the corpse within is revealed. And let me just say, this prop is phenomenal. This is the death prop from Distortions Unlimited. Honestly, probably one of my favorite props I own. It's awesome. I think it's the best corpse prop ever. It looks so insanely real. Like, it's not even funny. It looks so real. It's terrifying. It's even got strands of hair and stuff. Like, it is a creepy, creepy prop. And I think it really sells this scene. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's haunt build video. Stay tuned for the next one. Halloween is in 10 days, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited. The haunt opening is in 8 days, if all goes according to the original plan, which, like I mentioned in this video, I'm not sure if it will or not, but we'll have to keep checking and find out. Either way, it's in either 9 days or 10 days. It's either 8, 9, or 10 days away until the haunt opens. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. For sure, it's going to be at least 10, because obviously it's going to be open on Halloween. But I might do those other nights as well. Depends on the weather. I'm sure it'll be fine, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope you all enjoyed this haunt build video. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolf.